My boss denied my post-op appointment.
I had a major jaw surgery in April and I finally got back to work after 3 weeks. I had 2 more post-op appointments when this was up. These appointments kind of give me direction on wearing my bands, how the bones are healing, what to eat, and generally how things are progressing. So I come back to work and tell my boss I have just these 2 post-op appointments. And she denied one because it was too busy that day, they are too short-staffed. And how expensive it was for my 3 weeks I was gone for surgery that they had a temp. And they don't have the money for a temp that day. Even though this is a medically necessary appointment, I may go to HR if I cannot reschedule my appointment, but I am afraid of retaliation.
Sounds like you'll be sick that day.
This is notice that I will not be here that day due to a medically necessary post-op assessment to ensure that the bones that will allow me to feed myself for the rest of my life heal properly. It wasn't a request. It is a notification. You do your job and handle it correctly by arranging backup. If you retaliate in any way, I will have to notify HR that you make the company legally liable for lawsuits and claims. You can get another job, but you can't get another you. Go to your appointments. Do not fear retaliation. Eagerly await it. Take notes. Document. Record. If retaliation does happen, you win a lawsuit. Talk to HR and get those days off. Start job searching. There is a reason post-op APPTS occur at specific times. Feel free to check with your doctor about rescheduling as a courtesy to your employer, but honestly I'd stick with the APPTS. Go to HR. Get it on record that you were denied adequate time off for a medically necessary post-operation follow-up. Then go to your appointment. You weren't requesting off for the appointment. You were notifying them you will not be in work for the mandatory appointment. I wasn't asking. I was telling. You don't need to request with appointments. You are telling your boss you won't be there. There is no wiggle room. They can either make arrangements or don't. But it's not on you to withhold medical treatment to yourself because you don't want to inconvenience your boss. No. Your response is, I am not asking. I am giving you the courtesy of informing you I am taking this time off. Staffing issues is not your problem. It is up to the manager, owner, whomever is in charge of scheduling to figure it out. Either they find coverage or do the job themselves. That is part of their job. Option 1 HR. Option 2 call off sick. Option 3 find a new job. Health is not negotiable. Escalate and go to your scheduled appointment. It took me a decade, but I finally set a boundary that medically necessary appointments always take precedent over work. I skipped far too many in my 20s. It's just not worth it. It wasn't a request, it was a notification. Quote. Sounds like they need you more than you need them? Look for new job. And they don't have the money for a temp that day. The company cannot afford to pay for a temp for one day. This company has no future. Start looking now. So you're saying they can't afford to replace you when you're out? And they can't function without you? Sounds like you've got some bargaining power. Find another job while keeping this one. Once you've got another offer secured, give this boss an ultimatum. Raise your pay to $X and add in whatever other benefits you want. Or you walk today. She'll say no. And you'll walk out. And she'll probably never learn her lesson and end up treating the next person the same way. But at least it'll feel good and you'll have a better job. So you go to your boss and say, you seem to misunderstand this as a request. I will be attending the appointments I gave you and I'm letting you know I will be absent those days. If you don't like it, then you can enjoy replacing me and explaining why budget is being allocated to train new hires over fully competent employees. I am sure your bosses won't mind cutting into their bonuses when they find out I was fired for going to a post-op. You're not asking for that time off. You're telling them you have a doctor's appointment and you won't be at work. Just know that it is even more expensive to train a new hire and pay your unemployment benefits, which you would probably qualify for. I'm assuming you took leave so you weren't being paid those 3 weeks? That's when you say, "This wasn't a request, it was a courtesy notification." There are always other jobs, you only have one job.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.